There are a couple places I've got to go and put a transition back in. I want to transition right here before the animation starts, and I want to transition right here where the animation ends. So let's go to transitions, and I'm just going to pick a transition and set it in front of the animation. And then I'm going to put another one at the end. I'm not going to put any in between. Oh, now I've got to go make this one longer again because it doesn't last as long as, oh, nicely lined up. Okay, you'll notice this one right here. Now that I added those transitions, I need one more of my animation in there. So I go to my media, I find that animation, drop it in between, don't drop it where you already had one. Notice it now comes up here, so that's good. Make sure this one's still long enough. There we go. Where else did I add one? Oh, so now I've got to get one added right here. And because I did that, I'm now going to have to make this longer. There you go. And then one at the end of the animation. Now I'm going to have to go back to my media and add one more of that animation in. Just drop it in there. See, now it's long enough again. And then I'm going to have to make this one longer again. Let's just watch that. That looks funny that they're not the two of them lined up, but let's just watch, and I'll turn my sound back on and just listen and make sure it matches.
I'm a puppy loving pigeon.
Okay, that was all right. Go to my next animation. I need to add one right there, so transitions. I'll pause. You go get your animations added in between the beginning of it. Go get your transitions added in between your animations. All right, I've gotten all that done now. Let's go see what's next. I did that. I've done that. That probably was the longest task. All right, do a voiceover as needed for cover. So let's go just check out the cover. Did I do a recording for the cover? I know I did not. So I'm just going to do a voiceover. Here's how the voiceover works. And if you recorded your cover, awesome. If you didn't do the following for your cover recording, then you're just going to do a voiceover. You need to say the name of your story, who the author is, like mine is Words and Pictures by Mo Willems. If you can't pronounce your author's name, just do your best. And then after you say that, say who it's read by. I'm going to say read by Mrs. Krull. So I put my cursor right there. Window. Record voiceover. Hit the record button. The Pigeon Wants a Puppy. Words and Pictures by Mo Willems. Read by Mrs. Krull. Now notice that went too long, so I've got to make my cover photo longer to match my audio.
A Puppy. Words and Pictures by Mo Willems. Read by Mrs. Krull. Oh!
All right. Let's go see what's next on the list. Did that. Fix the volume levels. Okay, I'm just going to show you what I mean, and then you're going to pause the video and go do this. Anywhere that you see these bright yellow and bright red means I have probably been too loud. And if they're way down at the bottom, there's a possibility that I'm too soft. So you're going to have to listen to yours. You are truly being in right now, because this is exactly what they do when they go to put clips and sounds together. If I'm too soft and I need to fix my volume, like my voice over here.
The Pigeon Wants a Puppy. Words and Pictures by Mo Williams.
So in order to make that louder, I say this line right here when I get my cursor next to it. Notice how it does double arrow. I click on it and I say, need to make me a little louder.
The Pigeon Wants a Puppy. Words and Pictures by Mo Williams. Read by Mrs. Krull.
And then this one where I got a little too loud, I pull it down a little bit until the yellows are mostly gone. And then just listen.
Oh, puppy! Puppy, puppy, puppy.
Here's another one where I can make it just a little bit quieter. I'm going to pick that up and just move it over a little bit. There, so it doesn't start until I get to the page. Oops, keep forgetting to turn it back on for you.
I want a walrus.
Beautiful. That's going to take a little bit of extra work too, so you get that done and then come back here. And I'm just going to go to our school webpage so we can remember where that is. Students, Iowa AEA Online. I scroll down, sounds bound, there it is, sounds bound. I've probably gotten written in my notes what my username and password are from last time, but just remember it's 2781 HDMS CRAEA. My story is 2 minutes and 12 seconds long. So in Sounds Abound, I am literally going to tell it I need something 60 minutes and longer. And to search it up for me, it's giving it to me in the categories. You're going to pick something that fits your story, and then that will help it narrow it down a little bit. I'm going to go digging, and I'm going to find the one that I think really matches my story, and I'm going to get it downloaded. Found this one that's called This Time, and it just sounds like my little pigeon who's having fun. So I'm going to hit the download button. It's just a little short than my story, but I can use it twice. And then I'm going to go to my iMovie, use my arrow up here, and tell it to go get it. It is in my downloads, so I am on my house. I'm going up here, and I'm going to go all the way back to my house so that I can pick my downloads. And I'm going to tell it go by date created, because then it'll be the last thing I downloaded. Perfect. Then I'm going to take this whole thing and I'm going to drop it down all the way below, because it's going to be my background music. Then I'm going to take the volume and I'm going to make it like 5%, just to see what happens and see if that gets too loud. It is really meant to be very quiet background music and not to cover up my voice.
Pigeon Wants a Puppy. Words and Pictures by Mo Williams. Read by Mrs. Krull. Oh, hello. How are you? I'm fine.
Before I make the decision that that's good, I'm going to look down here and I'm following the light green line, and I'm just making sure that it doesn't ever get super close to too loud. I think that's just going to be okay. I'm going to take it back down to 20. There we go. Just going to play another chunk of it to make sure it works for me.
Ah, puppies. I want a puppy. Right here, right now.
Okay, my next problem is it is too short. So I'm just going to go grab it again, drop it right behind it, pull it down to 20%, and then I'll go to the end of my story, put my marker in, and you remember how to split a clip from your other projects. Split clip, delete the rest, and let's go see what's left to do. That's done. I've done that. And it's a blank. That's because my last step is to add the end credits and export. So I go to titles and I'm going to pick a title. I'm just going to set it there and I'm going to say thanks for watching. Created by Mrs. Krull. And I bet I didn't want my music to fade quite that fast, did I? All right, I'll go fix that and I'll come back. All right, here we go. This is my very end. So I said thanks for watching and I put my name in there too. Oh, turn that volume off. All right, let's be exporting. Export to a file. The pigeon wants a puppy. So I'm putting the title, read by, and your name. Next. Let's go make sure it gets put in my 7.2 folder inside my animated story. I'm just going to put it right there. Let it export. And then you should be able to just upload it because it won't be that complicated. But I will have a link there also that if we have to do the Google upload, we will do that. Way to go. Great last project.